Greetings, my scattered brothers and sisters in the Lord. Trust you know the Lord is with you wherever you find yourself scattered today, and that you know the Lord's presence with you is more than enough for whatever you might face today. I'm scattered here in the woods on a trail in Reed City, Michigan, and just out for a walk today. And just thinking some about New Year's and also thinking about Paul's letter to the church at Philippi. And Paul tells them, whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. And that whatever happens, in some ways he's talking about himself, whether he is going to be released from prison, whether he actually gets sentenced to death. But he's saying, whatever happens to me, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. But he's also talking to them about them. In fact, this marks a little bit of a turn in the letter. Up until now, he's been talking primarily about himself, but now over the next several paragraphs, he's going to talk to the church at Philippi about the church at Philippi. And so whatever happens with you, whatever happens among you, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. And truth is, we don't know what's going to happen. We're especially aware of that as we begin a new year. We know the year can hold lots of different things. I'm on this path and kind of know where this path is going, and yet at the same time there are places up there where I don't know where it's going to go, or I don't know what turn it might take or what might show up on the path. But whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. And so whatever happens in 2020, conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. That word conduct is connected with the word for citizenship in Greek. And so it's almost like he's saying, whatever happens, conduct yourselves as worthy citizens of heaven, worthy of the gospel of Christ. The church at Philippi, they placed a lot of stock in being Roman and practicing Roman ways, Roman culture, even though they were in an area kind of northern Greece. They were clearly Roman. Rather than simply Hellenistic. And Paul's saying, look, it's not about your Roman citizenship. Conduct yourselves, exercise a citizenship that is worthy of the gospel of Christ, that everybody knows who you belong to, everybody knows that your citizenship is actually in heaven, not Rome. And again, I think about that in terms of 2020, that whatever happens, that we should conduct ourselves in a manner to it's evident that we don't belong to this world, that we actually belong to Christ, that we don't belong to a particular political party, that we don't belong to a particular socioeconomic group, that we don't belong to any kind of particular worldly labels, that we belong to Christ, and that our citizenship is in heaven. And that's the word for today. Wherever you find yourself scattered, and wherever the path in 2020 takes you, to conduct ourselves in a manner that is worthy of the gospel of Christ. We belong to Christ, and by the grace of God, we will live in such a way that it's evident who we belong to, Christ Jesus. So wherever you're scattered today, live in such a way that people know to whom you belong. God bless, and have a great 2020.